So this video is for the guys, and it's going to be a little vulnerable.
Okay, now. Hey, now. You'll have to excuse me. I'm still trying to get over whatever the fuck I have. Anyway, if you watch the whole video, you'll get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but sometimes I come off that way. The problem I have is I don't understand how people are like that in other places in the country. Now, New York City has that same problem. Like, you know. But it doesn't happen. I don't see it happen as much as I see it the rest of the country. Let's face it. It's New York. People walk around here and no one gives a shit what you look like. They don't. They may murmur to themselves something. But for the most part, no one cares. Crystal, if you were walking down the street, no one would give you a second look. They may say, damn it. They're not going to say hi and have a nice day or whatever. That's just not the way we are here in New York. We want to get to where we're going, and that's that. But you look no different than anyone else here in New York City. You don't. And it doesn't matter about sexual orientation or how you dress or how you decide you want to look. No one cares. If I saw you walking down the street, there is nothing to distinct you from somebody else that dresses just like you. There's nothing. The only distinction would be if you were walking around Manhattan with two chickens. Then people might come up and say, ooh, chickens. You know, they won't even give you a second thought. They'll go after the chickens first. Some people will turn around and go, oh, how can you carry around those filthy animals? You know, because they're just miserable people, and that's the way they are. Most people would go, ooh, chickens, you know, and then get pecked and then blame you for something. But as someone who doesn't understand why these things happen to you, because here in New York, I never seen it happen. You hear about it on the news every once in a while. So unfortunately, someone will get killed because of their orientation or how they present themselves. That's very rare. Don't get me wrong. It's not like people are going out saying, hey, where are all the freaks? You know, no. You're not a freak. I'm just... But there's a certain disconnect for me on your situation. I understand walking up and saying hello would make your day. But here in New York, we don't do that. We don't do that. We keep moving. You know, you'll always know when someone's from New York when they're walking behind somebody who's slow as shit. Move it! You know, that's just... I can't tell you how many times I've been to Florida and people walk around like it's like every day is Sunday. Get out of the way! So yeah, it's just different parts of the country. Here, you wouldn't get those attacks, those intimidating, you know, bullshit from men. Don't get me wrong. It's not 100%. It's not like every other, you know. But just to stop and say hello, that doesn't happen in New York. It doesn't. It rarely happens in New York. I was outside once during my break. I was having a cigarette when I used to smoke. Tony Bennett walked by. Nobody paid him any mind. It's Tony Bennett. Tony fucking Bennett. Okay? He was in his 80s at the time. It was a while ago. But he's just walking down the street like everybody else. Paul Sorvino, same thing. You know, New Yorkers will notice you and then turn around and go, what? And by the time they acknowledge what they just saw, you're already 3 blocks away. That's how out of touch people are here. And it's a shame. But at the same time, everybody's got their own thing going on. I've said before, there was a man dressed in a rainbow dress had a parrot on his shoulder or on his head at times. He would fucking walk around the streets of Manhattan. I think he rode a bike at one point. And people would take pictures, but that was tourists. People from New York could, hey, what's up? It's keep going. But he was looking for that attention. He was like, hey, everybody, and everybody go, hey, and going their way. Unfortunately, he passed away quite a few years ago. He was an older gentleman, so. But like I said, it's hard to understand what you're going through when you don't see it here in New York City, when I've never actually witnessed it. Because it doesn't matter what you look like. People just don't stop in the street and say, hi. They'll think you're fucking nuts. What do you want, you cuckoo? So, if you ever get a chance to come to New York, just walk around. I'll guarantee you, unless you have a chicken under your arm, no one's really going to say two words. Either way, I'm glad you're doing okay. I hope the football thing went well. I was trying to watch it. I couldn't watch it for some reason. But I hope the football thing went well. I don't know what your record was. I was trying to keep up with the website, and I'm like, well, it was this score, but it didn't tell me which way it went, So I don't know if you guys went 0-6 or fucking 5-2, whatever. So, hopefully you're getting back into football shape, and I look forward to seeing more of your stuff. Like I said, just take it with a grain of salt. At least that's what we do here in New York. Have a good day, everyone. Booyah!